World War One was a tough time for Russia, especially for Nicholas II. His army was very patriotic, but a series of disasters against the Germans at Tannenberg and the Missouri Lakes did nothing for the Russian army's morale. In fact, when the Russian Second Army was defeated by the Germans, the commander Samsonov decided to put a bullet in his head. Yeah, that's how bad it was. It must have been quite dire time for the Russian army. And with Rasputin doing his thing back home, the people kind of lost faith and they began to question the Tsar and the motives. The Russian Tsar Nicholas decided to take overall control of the army, which was disastrous because he didn't make very good decisions. He wasn't a natural leader, and he had very poor man management, and a lot of the generals, just made some awful mistakes. But the seeds were sown for revolution during 1905. When they were defeated by the Japanese, there was a small revolution, lots of revolts and uprisings, and the Tsar had to concede civil rights. He really didn't want that. He felt he was above the law. He set up a parliament for the Russian people, which he kind of almost tried to destroy and take power from. After a while, as soon as his feet were comfortably under the table, he started to pull back what he'd given. So, revolution was in the air right up until 1917, October 1917. And it's a shame, really. The Russians had a miserable time of it. Lots of people died. 2.5 million Russians died, 5,000 wounded or missing, injured. Russia gave a lot for the war, so it'd be great to see them in the game, Battlefield 1. I'd love to see it. Now, you're probably wondering, why did the Russian army just disintegrate and during 1917, specifically April 1917? Well, the Germans actually released Vladimir Lenin, sent the little guy home just to cause disruption and disorder in Russia. So by the end of 1917, he'd done his job, and that was the end of the Russian army. They were made up of peasants, peasants that mainly belonged to nobles, because the nobles had servitude and serfdom still in place. Yeah, serfdom was still rampant in Russia at that time. So, the Tsar's inability to change things, although he did want to, he realised that serfdom served a kind of purpose. But in the end, he should have got rid of it sooner and been a bit more sympathetic towards the poor people that he ruled over. And that's why Russia left the war, and that's why the Germans had one less enemy to deal with. So let me know what you think about Russia not being in the game from the start, and how you would see Russia being in a DLC, whether it should be free or not. I don't know. I imagine it will be. I think it'll be like a skin pack given out free for people. The maps, I couldn't even fathom what the battlegrounds would look like or be. I know that Russia had their planes and air force, their armoured cars. There's a picture of one of the Russian armoured cars. Weird, but there's actually even stranger designs than that. Well, again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later with another video.